Hey everybody, welcome into this session. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all feeling well. I hope this message, this reading, this video finds you well, yes? Excuse me. So I actually wasn't planning on, I decided not to do a reading this morning for the collective. And it was mainly because I'm in a bit of an ebb type of energy. And I feel like all of us, collectively speaking, are kind of in this ebb, pulling back. I feel like there's a lot changing right now. There could be a lot up in the air. This feeling that I'm getting for the collective is that we're on our way towards moving into a new life. And that's bringing a lot of change. A lot of things are changing. Your feelings about things may be changing. The way that you align with the world around you, it may be changing. What it is you find yourself doing for work, for job, for career, hobby-wise, whatnot, whatever may be changing. It could be very simple. It could be as simple as, not wanting to do the same things that you used to do. One of the biggest feelings I've been getting for the collective lately is almost a sense of apathy, in terms of like not feeling as inspired, or maybe not as inspired, or maybe not inspired by the same things any longer. Okay, this is a big shift that's happening for the collective right now, and that's really a big part of the reason why I feel like I'm not really being called to read as much as normal. I did notice that, actually. I noticed that yesterday. I was like, wow, I did that last morning coffee last week, and I think I did one reading for the Patreon collective, and then that was it. I hadn't been called to read for the collective since. I did I did do a reading yesterday for Patreon that ended up being a love reading. I never posted it though, because it feels like the energy felt like it got hacked somehow. I don't know, I may still post it, but yeah, okay. So this is the energy that's coming through for the collective right now. We have Ascension, and then we have Center Stage. And this Center Stage energy is what came out for the collective last week. I believe it came out in the Patreon reading, and that reading specifically was titled, if you're on Patreon, that reading is titled, Who Are We Anymore? And that was the beginning of when I started to really feel this dynamic shift for the collective in terms of doing things that we no longer doing things that don't resonate with us any longer. And in that reading, this Center Stage energy did come through, and there is a feeling of you needing to be center stage, even though this says you're not meant to be on the sidelines. Let your wishes and dreams take center stage. In order for these wishes and dreams to take center stage, which I feel like they are new wishes and new dreams, right? Or maybe just wishes and dreams that are coming from an evolved sense of self, is what I just heard. But you need to be placing yourself center stage. And this is where a lot of that energy of retreating, retracting, ebbing, removing yourself from situations, even if it's only temporarily, going into a little bit of a hermit mode type of energy, if you will. That is in order for you to continue up this ascension stairway, and to continue moving towards what it is you want. You're shifting from one reality to a higher vibrational reality, time to soar to new heights. And for me specifically, personally, that reflects itself as in terms of, and I did speak about this, but actually I spoke more about this over on Patreon. I believe it was the very last reading. I don't remember the title of it, but we were talking about moving into a fifth dimensional experience, a fifth dimensional reality. And in doing that, a lot of your interest for things in the 3D world, in the mundane world, you no longer have those interests, whereas in the past you may have been out for like that best career, that perfect career path, all the money in the world, or you wanted a big house, a lavish car, like all this lavish material things, or just materially oriented, third dimensionally oriented topics, situations, and circumstances. When you move into to the fifth dimensional reality, none of that really matters anymore. Like, for example, how much money you make really doesn't even matter anymore, because it's really more about understanding that, you know, you are abundant, you are abundantly held by the universe. There is no need for competition. There is no need to compete. There is no need to really strive for, really do much, because you are centered in that fifth dimensional energy, that understanding that the universe is going to provide for you as long as you continue to do your part, right? I mean, the universe is always going to provide for you. It's never going to leave you out in the cold, but it's that understanding. It's also the understanding, or the feeling that none of those things really do anything for me anymore. I don't find value in any of that anymore. I find value in different things, you know, or you're saying you find value in different things now, where, you know, having a ton of money may have been your value before. Now it's peace and happiness, tranquility, it's family, it's love, it's, you know, it's stuff like that. Okay. And this is us moving into that higher vibe. 555 on the counter. If you've been seeing 555 a lot lately, or just like frequently, or just recently, this message is for you. You are moving into this, through this ascension, you are moving into this higher vibrational reality. I want to get one more card for the collective here. One more card for this energies for the collective. Yeah, okay, confirmation, you have Between Worlds, and this card has been coming out quite a lot actually for the collective recently, over the last few months. There is one reality that is slowly dying to the one still waiting to be born. Okay, so double confirmation right there that you are moving. Okay, you are, and some of you actually may be physically moving. You know, you may be working on moving to a new home or moving to a new office space, but also energetically speaking, we are all moving. Okay, we're shifting. Underneath the deck at the bottom, this is beautiful. You have fire within. That's awesome. That's confirmation that the fire is still lit and it's growing. Find a way to reignite that energy in your life right now and immerse yourself in what you truly love. So the message for the collective, for some of us in the collective here, is that you are in a period of stillness. And again, this is why your energy needs to be center stage right now, 707 on the counter, because you need to find what ignites that passion again. I know that's what I've been doing, and especially since I've been in a time period, and many of us have said this, especially over on Discord, we've had this conversation. I haven't really felt like doing anything other than like sleeping and eating and like going to work, you know, or maybe hanging out with my friends. But in terms of like all of the things that I used to do, the hobbies that I used to have, the things that I used to fill my time, my schedule with, I don't want to do any of that anymore. And you can go ahead and say I'm being lazy, but it's not that I'm being lazy. It's more that those things don't excite me any longer. Those things don't ignite this fire within any longer. And so I'm choosing to allow myself to rest and allow myself to go through this period of rest and recuperation and spend this time with myself, so that I can begin to understand how my energy is shifting and what in fact will ignite that passion again, right? This is why your energy, you need to be center stage. And that doesn't mean necessarily putting yourself out there in front of a bunch of people. I mean making yourself the central focus right now, yeah? All right, so let's get some more messages for the collective in terms of this center stage energy. But yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a reading today. I went out this morning and Betty got a bath. I went to the car wash. Betty got my car wash. She needed it. And then I did some other adulting, and I got back home and I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do this real quick. I have like 20 minutes. Let's see, let's get this message in. So here we're gonna do that. I'm gonna give this one more shuffle. And I wanna talk more about this center stage energy. What are the messages surrounding? What does the collective need to know in terms of this center stage? Okay, because we've made it quite clear, all right? You're in between worlds, you're ascending right now. This is why you may not want to do anything. This may be why you're really tired right now. 911. 911, I've been seeing 911 a lot lately. I feel like that's a call to action. I'm hearing a call to arms. And I'm being reminded of something that I saw, a post somewhere that I saw, in which someone mentioned how the role of light workers is changing. We're stepping into a new frontier. I'm also hearing a new form of battle, if you will, okay? But you're in between worlds, you're ascending, you're moving to a higher level, okay? So Center stage. What does the collective need to know in terms of putting themselves center stage and going through this ascension? All right, putting down the burdens is the very damn. Okay, you have the 10 of Wands and you have the 3 of Wands. All right, so putting down the burdens. This is really about, and the 3 of Wands typically is about receiving a return on an investment. Okay, it could also be, it's the energy of it comes right after the 2 of Wands, where you needed to make some sort of decision. And now you're at the 3 of Wands in terms of, okay, you've made a decision in terms of what it is you want to do, or where it is you want to go, or what it is you want to start, or blah, 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 what is inspiring you. And then once you get to the 3, it's about doing that work to prepare for your manifestation to come in. It's typically depicted as a man standing, or a person, a figure, standing on a cliff with 3 wands in front of him. He's holding one, okay? And then typically there's like, you can see either a boat coming in the distance, or the water is clear, but this person is looking out in expectation of a boat to come in, all right? That's typically the 3 of Wands energy. So then also another way of saying it is like, okay, your boat can come in, but how are you going to get to that boat, right? Is there a dock? Do you need to get a rowboat so that you can row out? Because it's not going to come all the way up to the shore, right? You also need to figure out how you're going to get to the boat that's coming in to receive whatever it is, the order that you've placed, right? That order is now coming in, all right? So that's the 3 of Wands. But here, in this center stage energy, we have the 10 of Wands and we have the 3 of Wands. So what I'm hearing at first is that it's time to put down the burdens and to ask yourself, where is it do I truly want to go? What is it do I truly want to see in my life? How is it that I truly want to grow, to expand? Who is the person that I want to see myself becoming over the next... Wow. I heard a range of 6 months to 5 years. Okay. See, now, the other thing about this also with the 10 of Wands here is that you're needing to put down these burdens of strife. And these are definitely 3-dimensional things, okay? These are 3-dimensional worries, 3-dimensional belief systems, 3-dimensional ways of living your life, of preparing for life, of guarding yourself, of that kind of energy, okay? It's time to really start putting those wands down and start to pick up the wands of your truth, your authenticity. And there's a big part of this message coming through that's saying that one of the ways that you're putting down these wands is believing that you constantly have to compete, that you constantly have to strive, that you constantly have to grind. I mean, we as a collective have been talking about that energy a lot, but now it's really coming to a head. I really believe that now we're in a position where we really need to start putting our money where our mouth is. And if this is really something that you believe in, if you really believe, or if you want to experience the fact that the universe will always have your back, then you have to start believing it, but you also have to start walking that talk. You can't just say it, but then you can't just say the words, but then take actions that don't line up with those words, or think or act in ways that don't line up with them. Do you know what I mean? Anything else for this center stage energy? You do have the 2 of Cups at the bottom. The 2 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck right now. This 9 of Pentacles keeps showing up for us. There is a relationship coming. You're standing in the perfect place for it. Now, this could represent love. You do have the 2 of Cups here, but this could represent love. But I don't necessarily feel like that's anything that's really being talked about right now. It's more about how you are connecting with yourself right now, 2 of Cups, how it is you're standing in your sovereignty, 9 of Pentacles. That is eventually going to bring love in towards you, okay? But you still need to keep yourself center stage. Anything else for this center stage energy? Yes. Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Ooh. What is this? Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, center stage here for the collective. What is this? Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords. I feel like these are 2 people. You may be the individual standing at the Queen of Swords energy. Well, actually, I think this is both. I think this is you, but I think these are both you, okay? I feel like this energy of the Queen of Swords here is the energy that is going to cut away some of the wands that you have been in pursuit of, Knight of Wands. some of the goals, the ambitions, some of the things that you've been in pursuit of. 444. I've been seeing a lot of 444 lately as well. You may have been as well. This Knight of Wands energy is representing things that you've been going after, your pursuits that no longer serve you for whatever reason. Okay? They never did serve you. You just don't want to do it anymore, like whatever. And then the Queen of Swords here is like, okay, well, we're going to put the kibosh to that. All right? This is not a debate. This is not a debate, nor should it be a debate. Because at this point, you are at a place where you're needing to really focus on that fire within. And if a situation, a pursuit that you've been going after does not ignite that fire within, does not stoke that fire within, may even go so far as to help put that fire out, the Queen of Swords is just going to cut it away. There's no need for an argument. There's no need for a debate. There really isn't even a need for a discussion. It's pretty black and white here. 5, 4, 3 on the counter. Okay. And then we have, see, there you go. The confirmation right there. And I was 5, 5, 5 on the counter again. Okay. Big change. Look, but as I was even describing it, I was looking for more of confirmation or more clarity from the cards, and I already said it. But then here we go. Here's the clarity right here. The confirmation even. You have the Two of Wands to the Chariot. This is about a choice. What ignites your soul? What ignites your passion? What is it that you truly want to be moving forward with? And then you have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, guys. I mean, come on. This is amazing. All right. What is it? What is it that you truly want to move forward with? And I know this. I feel like this sounds so cliche, and like this is such a almost like a generic message, but I feel like those who really are meant to hear it are gonna get it, are gonna understand what I'm saying, because this is more than just saying to yourself, okay, what do you want to be when you grow up? I feel like that's how trivial this could sound, but it's nothing like, it's way more than that. It's like, now that you are where you are, now that you are who you are, having been through what it is you've been through, whatever it is you've been through, leading up to this very moment here that you're watching this reading and this is resonating for you and you're asking yourself these questions. Who do you want to be now? Where do you want to go now? For some of you, this strongly, actually, I'm not even going to say for some of us, I'm just going to say the strong feeling here is that there is definitely a level of choosing to get into some sort of spiritual alignment. It's quite literally like some of us are saying, no more games. I'm not pussyfooting around this any longer. I'm not dipping my toe into the water any longer just to test and, I'm going to back up because I'm a little scared. No, fuck being scared. We're moving forward now. You're choosing this. Or at least this is the opportunity that you have in front of you to choose. Okay? All right, I want to talk a little bit about fire within for the collective. Yes? Underneath fire within is your time is now, and then the path to plenty is under that also. But can you just give us a little bit about this fire within energy, a little bit of guidance, please, Spirit? A little bit of guidance here, fire within. Damn, y'all. Damn, this is pretty serious. This is pretty serious. You've got the Tower and Judgment. Resurrection. Okay, so our collective is going through a big situation of a big cycle cleansing of third dimensional reality. Like, it's really, and this may be that call to light workers that's been going out. That's 9/11 energy I've been seeing a lot, and that energy of like the role of a light worker is shifting. I totally believe that, and I'm seeing that here right now in terms of it's time to start fighting these It's time to stop fighting these ego battles. It's stop trying to fight fire with fire. Well, you know what I mean, like. Just remove yourself from the situation. There it is again, 9/11. Just remove yourself from all that 3D stuff and start to live a more 5D life. But really what Spirit is saying here, start to be more of a physical example of it, Start embodying those principles. But also start embodying more of yourself, your truth, your authenticity, your light. Okay? Really start focusing on that fire within. This, you could even, I even kind of want to call this your inner child. Start focusing more on your inner child and allow that being to shine through more, okay? Allow that being to guide you. Allow that part of yourself to help you choose what it is you need to, what it is you want to move forward towards, what you want to, what your drive is. The Tower in Judgment is that fire within energy. With the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Oh. People are watching you do this. Because people, this is the other thing. This is why Spirit is really wanting us to really start embodying this now, because people are watching. People are watching you do this. You really need to start leading by example. Showing that side of yourself, not being afraid to stand in that corner or stand on that, in that area. You know what I mean? Page of Swords, 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. But the 8 of Pentacles here has a clock on it. It's a matter of time. This is a domino situation. The more we embody our own natural fire within, and the more that we actually live authentically from that place, the more it starts to influence others to do so. And that's why you also have the Tower here with Judgment. We need to, the fire within energy is just saying to us, we need to start walking the talk now. I want to get one last message. Ace of Swords, there it is right there. I want to get one last message from the Ascension, about Ascension. Anything you want to say about Ascension, please, Spirit? And then I got to wrap this up. Anything you want to say about Ascension? The Devil and the 10 of Pentacles. You've completed this course in entrapment and control, dominance, low vibration, toxicity. You've learned all these lessons. You're ready to graduate. You're ready to move on. Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. You're ready to move on. The Devil and the 10 of Pentacles. Course complete. Ready to move forward to the next level. This is confirmation, or this is clarifying Ascension, but it's also confirmation. Yeah, that's really all I want to say about that. Yeah, because I'm just looking at the Devil here and the 10 of Pentacles, and I just see you moving away from that. Literally moving higher above it. That's beautiful. All right, guys, there you have it. Quick message. This is like the shortest message I think I've done in the longest time. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. If you are still interested in Patreon, I highly recommend that you get into it. If you haven't done so already, I am focusing most of my attention there, even though I am kind of in this ebb situation. And I'm not sure if I'm going to release that love reading. Again, I feel like, because I was just trying to do a general reading for the collective for Patreon, and all that energy came out, and I feel like the reading got hijacked. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, check out Patreon, patreon.com/Divine Conversations. The link to that can be found in the description box below skis. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading very, very soon. Yes? Excellent. Take care. Bye.